Hey, good morning, everybody. It is freaking cold here in Florida this morning, like 30 something degrees. I'm in Tampa on the way up to Orlando. Left like 5 this morning from the house. Had to make a pit stop here at the casino. Great facilities if you ever have to. Made a quick 150 while I was in there. Back in the truck and all in butt up to Orlando. Gonna go look at a piece of equipment I need to buy for the company. Pick up my buddy Phil, grab a quick lunch with him, and then a little special evening. We're gonna do a little where it all began type memory lane. Yeah, you'll see. You probably saw from the title what it is, but anyways, a lot going on today. It's cold. I'm gonna get back in the truck where it's warm and get rolling. Catch up in a little bit.
Great day.
Thank you. So this is where it began for me, as far back as I can remember. So before EPCOT was open, it was under construction. You could buy a ticket that came all the way down the monorail line from the Magic Kingdom, and it stopped here, and you could get out and stand on this upper station and look at the construction. And that was it. And I just remember being fascinated as a kid, looking at it with my mom and just being just amazed at what was going on. That it was a new theme park, and I think I was maybe 10. But this is where it began. Got my first memory of it. Pretty cool. Do the shout out to the ATW. Rest in peace. So this is a video I've been wanting to make for a while, with the mindset of when I originally started doing the second YouTube channel, just documenting parts of my life, documenting memories, and it's there saved for whoever comes behind me. Generations past me, everyone know anything about me and family. I can kind of have some from the horse's mouth type stuff. So anyway, so I always had a fascination with EPCOT. Went a few times as a kid, I remember right. And when I got 16 years old, I got a car. That was freedom. There's a monorail. You know. Anyways, so I had worked for my dad at 16 years old in a couple restaurants or something like that, washing dishes, kind of just crap jobs. He'd give me $20 or something for working for a Friday or Saturday. So kind of wanted a real job. I think I started, it was a summer in high school, and went to the Disney Casting Center back then. I don't know if it still exists. And you went through the interview process and a couple different interviews. You kind of saw a preview, movie kind of show of what it's like, what the expectations are. And they pretty much hired you right on the spot. And obviously, know nothing in my history. Food and beverage, that's what you got. And that's probably what most people got. Kind of the lowest job you could get, besides maybe a janitor or something like that. So food and beverage, and I got into EPCOT. Didn't know it, didn't plan it. That's where they said I could go, offered me this position. And yeah, I'm gonna try and find what I used to do here. I kind of think it'd be cool to make a video about it. I don't know if the actual things exist anymore. I'm gonna try and find one. If not, I'm gonna insert some video and I'll talk over it. So let's go look around. So this is it, an outdoor foods cart. It just would have been this one cart in the middle. And it was a mobile cart. You pushed it. Full ice cream, dry ice, had an umbrella like that. No cash register. You had a cash box that you would just do the math in your head. And yeah, that was it. close as I can find one. Just find a picture online. I'll insert it real quick, kind of more in the style of what it was. All right. Well, I had to use voice isolation, so if it sounds like I'm right up in your grill, I had to try and tune out all the background noise here. There's a bunch of music playing in the background, but so this is World Showcase. Way over there is Spaceship Earth when we came in. That's World of Motion slash Tech Track. So where I used to work was the home base was like right behind there, and you would have to push this cart somewhere in World Showcase. It probably weighed 700, 800 pounds, full ice cream. And you would have to push this thing. And I normally got stuck in France. You'd have to push it all the way around this darn lake through traffic. And mind you, this is before Disney became the nanny company. So you had no one guiding you, no one clearing the way. You had to push this cart, yell at people to get out of your way through stuff like this. You push it out in the morning, you push it back at the end of the day. That cart was packed full of ice cream boxes with Mickey bars and ice cream sandwiches and dry ice. Lots and lots of dry ice. But man, memories are crazy coming back thinking about all that. So that summer working in outdoor foods, selling ice cream bars was just, I guess it's a good memory of growing up. I just remember being fascinated by the fact that they had a cafeteria and I could go out, eat lunch, eat dinner, eat breakfast before and after my shift and start doing adult things away from your house and your parents and going to work. You know, it's probably a pretty good 45-minute drive from me from where I lived in Winter Park to Disney and back. And just, I guess, first real job, first real experience, first real steps is doing adult stuff, paying car insurance, paying for gas, buying my own food, putting tires on my car. Just all kind of just great starter memories. Now I think back about it as an adult. First time having health care outside of my parents, just cool adult stuff. Really good memories. Let's walk around some more. Piping hot caffeinated beverage. You know, you know. The test track was something called World of Motion back then. It didn't have the cars zipping around and all that. It was kind of like just a slow ride, chain ride through what would, you know, the wheel and the cars and all that. It's the kind of history of motor vehicles. But Mission Space wasn't here. I forget what that was called. Horizons, maybe. I forget the name of that one over there. It's abandoned. It's been like that for years. Guardians is right over that hill there. I'll go there in a second. That used to be called World of Energy, I believe it was. So it was kind of a cool moving ride. The whole theater, all the seats would break up apart and move. Kind of cool. I'll see if I can find a clip and insert it here. But lots changed, lots the same. A bit of a memory with Norway. It was being built, I want to say, end of that summer when I was working. They had a ride called the Maelstrom. It's now been replaced by a Frozen or something like that. So, movie I've never seen. Good stuff. But anyway, so they had testing of the ride. And of course, they used employees or quote unquote cast members. So they gave people elbow pads and helmets. You signed a waiver, and off you went, testing the ride. Crazy memories I can still vividly remember. I remember the ride, they actually deemed that it was too fast. Everything just whizzed by you when the car was flying down the slides. It was a water ride. And they re engineered it to slow it down, if I remember right. Let's go. Any a beverage consumed in there as an adult. Stories for another day. So after about a year of working outdoor foods and selling ice cream bars, I think I left and went somewhere driving like a delivery truck for like a year, maybe 6 months. Wasn't a long time. And then I went back to captain and got another job. This time it was still food and beverage, but it was in a restaurant in MGM Studios, what it was called back then. Now today's Hollywood Studios. This place looked really similar. A lot of things are the same. But yeah, kind of weird just taking it in here for the moment. But anyways, we're gonna walk down to that restaurant. We'll take you in. Show you what's next. So this would have been the second job, sci-fi dining theater. So it's modeled after a soundstage that's supposed to be a drive-in movie theater showing campy old 50s sci-fi movies. You actually sit in a car, kind of like this demonstrator up here. But walk inside, show you around. Can't say much. It's pretty quiet in there, and there's a lot of copyrighted music, so I'll probably just have to play some music over it. But stay tuned. We'll flip right over. So there it is, first job. Kind of cool to walk around and see what's there, what used to be there, and kind of what's still hanging around. Definitely things have changed since I was there. Used to have short hair, no facial hair, no earrings, no tattoos. Definitely a clean cut image back then. Things are definitely different now. Not putting a political spin on it, but saw some things, men with women's clothes with fingernail polish and just prosthetics they weren't born with. Got to be confusing for little kids. It's unfortunate, but this is the world we live in today. So anyways, love to hear about your first job. What was it for you? What'd you do? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it crap? How did it change your life? How did it shape it? Put something in the comments. Love to hear about it. We'll catch you on the next one. See you.